Right? We'll give him about 3 minutes. But he said 5 minutes. No, I said 3 minutes. To share what happened to him and how God changed his life.
Just to let everyone know, I'll need more than 3 or 5 minutes. Anyway, my name is Bruce, and I was just released from prison last year after serving a sentence of 5 years and 9 months for drug consumption. In total, I've been in prison 5 times with a combined sentence of approximately 20 years. I have also been given 21 strokes of the cane. Each time when I go to prison, I would tell myself that this would be my last. But upon my release, I would go back to my old ways and get into trouble with the law again. The first time I tried drugs was when I was 13, and I absolutely loved it. Thus began my affair with her that spanned 3 decades. Drugs can do strange things to a person. She has made me lie, steal, rob, and cheat in order to support my habit. Drugs had also turned me into a violent man. In my chemically altered state of mind, I fought many times, assaulted a police officer, and I've even stabbed someone. Once, whilst I was in police custody, I attempted to escape by jumping out of a 3rd floor window. In my last imprisonment, I spent a lot of time thinking about my life, the things I did, and as to why I keep on re-offending. And after many months of thinking and pondering, I finally found the answer. I have been going in and out of prison because I forget. After being released, amidst the lights and glitters and many distractions of this world, I forget about the pain and suffering that I had to go through when I was in prison. I forget about the unnecessary misery my family had to endure because of me. I forget about the promises I made to myself, to my family, and even to God. I was just like the children of Israel. When God had led them out of captivity, after wandering in the wilderness for some time, they had begun to murmur and complain. They had forgotten about the signs, miracles, and wonders that God had performed. I was just like a man looking in a mirror, and as soon as I walked away, I forget what I looked like. I have a daughter. Her name is Beatrix, and she's my only daughter, and I absolutely adore her. When I was in prison, my wife would bring her to visit me once every month. And in April of 2013, when she came to visit, was on a very special day. It was special because it was her birthday. She had turned 4. She was wearing a brand new dress that my wife had bought for her. And she was so proud of it that when she stepped into the cubicle, she started to parade herself. And when she sat down, I sang her a birthday song. And all of us were singing and clapping, and we were all so happy. And then at the end of the song, my daughter looked at me and she said, "Dada, Carrie, I tell you, my heart absolutely dropped." Then she said again, "Dada, Carrie." And all I could do was look at her and shake my head. And then she started crying and bawled, "I want to go home, I want to go home." That day was the worst day of my entire life. All she wanted from me for her birthday was for me to carry her, and yet I could not. I will remember that day for the rest of my life, and I will carry the image of my daughter crying in my heart till the day I die, because it is that image that will serve as a grim reminder of what will happen again if I do not toe the line. That was the turning point in my life. I told myself I had to get my life on track. My daughter was my motivation. But what I lacked was the strength. I tried to do so for so many years on my own, but I failed. So what I did was, I did the only thing that I knew would work. And that was to rededicate my life back to God. And by rededicating my life to God, I found the strength that I needed. So my daughter became my motivation, and my God, my strength. As of today, I've been out 2 years and 18 days. Has things been easy? The answer is no. But I believe that if my God is for me, no one can be against me.
Amen.
And with Christ in my vessel, I can smile at the storms of life that come my way.
Come on.
Before I end, I would like to share a passage of verse from Jeremiah 29. This verse had given me a lot of comfort when I was in prison during my loneliest and darkest days. And the passage says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me. When you seek me with all your heart, declares the Lord, I will be found by you. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I have banished you, and bring you back to the place from which I sent you into exile. All glory and praise and honor to God.
Amen.